This goalkeeper in a forgotten mining town played for 25 years without glory, saved a penalty on a shattered knee in his final match, and never saw his team win because they carried him off on a stretcher before the shootout ended. It's 1994, a mining town in northern England called Ashington, population 12,000. Most of the coal mines have closed. Unemployment is climbing. The only thing people have left is their football club, Ashington AFC, 4th Division, bottom of the pyramid. A team that plays in front of 300 people on a good day. There's a goalkeeper named Martin Burley, 41 years old, spent his entire career here, never played professionally, works the morning shift at the last operating mine, plays football in the afternoon. That's how it works in towns like this. Football isn't escape, it's survival. Martin's father was a miner, his grandfather too. 3 generations underground, but Martin had good hands, quick reflexes. So the local club took him on when he was 16, paid him £20 a week. He's been their keeper ever since. 25 years. Same club, same town, same mud-soaked pitch where the goalposts lean slightly left because nobody's fixed them in a decade. His knees are destroyed, torn meniscus in both, bone grinding on bone. He walks with a limp off the pitch. On it, he moves like a man 20 years younger, but only for 90 minutes. After that, he can barely stand. The club's in financial trouble. Crowds are shrinking, sponsorships drying up. There's talk they might fold entirely, merge with another town's team. Ashington AFC could disappear. The board announces Martin's retirement, April 30th, final home game of the season, against Blyth Spartans, a team 2 divisions above them in the league pyramid. It's a cup match. Winner advances to regional finals. Loser goes home. Martin tells his wife he's ready, tells his 3 kids he'll finally have weekends free, but everyone knows he's lying. Football is all he has. The mine took his back. The town took his youth. The game is the only thing he owns. Word spreads through Ashington. Pubs put up signs. The local newspaper runs a front-page story, The Last Stand of Martin Burley. On match day, 2,000 people show up. They fill the tiny stadium beyond capacity, stand on the surrounding hills, lean against the chain-link fence. They come because Martin represents something: loyalty, stubbornness, the refusal to leave, even when leaving makes sense. And for a while, it's a miracle. Ashington is playing the game of their lives. Martin makes save after save. Blyth dominates possession 70% of the ball, but can't score. Martin reads every angle, anticipates every shot, moves like he's 30 again. The crowd roars with every touch he makes. This is the script they wanted. The fairy tale. 68th minute. Ashington scores on a counterattack, a scrappy goal, a deflection off a defender's knee. But it counts. 1-0. The stadium erupts. Martin pumps his fist. 22 minutes left. Just hold on. Then everything collapses. 75th minute. Ashington's captain, a 34-year-old named Derek Howe, goes down, injured. Hamstring. He's carried off. The team loses its shape. Panic sets in. Blyth smells blood. They push forward, press higher. Ashington can't get out of their own half. 81st minute. A cross into the box. Ashington's young defender, 19 years old, first season, misjudges the flight. Tries to head it clear. Misses completely. The ball falls to Blyth's striker. He volleys it from 8 yards. Martin dives, gets a hand to it, pushes it onto the post. But it bounces back into play. Another Blyth player taps it in. 1-1. The crowd goes silent. Martin pulls himself up. Mud on his jersey. His knee screaming. 87th minute. Blyth wins a corner. Everyone pushes into the box. Martin stands on his line, barking orders, organizing bodies. The corner comes in, high and looping. Martin leaps, gets both hands to it, punches it clear, but lands awkwardly. His knee buckles. He grabs it immediately, grimaces. The physio runs on, checks him. Martin waves him off, tells him he's fine, but he's not fine. He can barely put weight on his left leg. 89th minute. Blyth attacks again. A through ball splits Ashington's defense. Martin rushes out, slides at the striker's feet, gets the ball but clips the striker's shin. The referee doesn't hesitate, points to the spot. Penalty. The stadium goes dead quiet. Martin stays on the ground for a moment, hands pressed into the mud. His knee is gone, his shoulder aches. His body is shutting down. The crowd starts chanting his name, slow at first, then louder. Burley, Burley, Burley. He pulls himself up, limps to the goal line. Blyth's penalty taker is a player named Graham Fenton, 26 years old, clinical finisher. He scored 14 penalties this season. Hasn't missed in 2 years. He's trying to get scouted by bigger clubs. This is his stage. Fenton places the ball, steps back, looks at Martin. Martin is bent over, hands on his knees, breathing hard. He looks finished, but Martin doesn't give up. He straightens, walks to the right post, touches it, an old superstition, then walks to the left post, touches that one too. The crowd watches in silence, every eye in the stadium on him. He moves back to the center, crouches low. His left knee won't bend properly. He shifts his weight to his right side, adjusts his stance. Fenton watches him, studies his positioning, sees the weakness. The referee blows the whistle. Fenton runs up, smooth, confident, plants his foot. He strikes it low, left side, hard and precise, aimed exactly where Martin's bad knee makes diving impossible. But Martin doesn't dive. He takes one step, just one, to his left, drops his body sideways like a man falling. His knee collapses under him, but his hand reaches out, fingertips. The ball clips off them, changes direction, hits the inside of the post, rolls along the goal line, and stays out. The stadium explodes. People pour onto the pitch. Teammates swarm Martin. The crowd is screaming, but Martin doesn't celebrate. He's lying on the ground, not moving, his face pressed into the mud, his knee bent at an unnatural angle. The medics rush over, try to move him. He waves them off, tells them to wait. Just wait. The referee is trying to restore order. 90 seconds left. The game isn't over. Martin pulls himself to his feet. His teammates help him. He can't stand on his left leg. 2 players hold him up, walk him back to his goal. The crowd is chanting, crying. Fenton is standing at the edge of the box, staring at Martin, his face unreadable. Blythe restarts play. They try one last attack. A desperate shot from outside the box. It sails over the bar. The whistle blows. Full time, 1-1. The match goes to penalties. Martin can barely stand. His knee is destroyed. The physio begs him to come off. There's a backup keeper on the bench, a 17-year-old. Martin refuses, tells them he'll finish it. The penalty shootout begins. Ashington goes first, scores. Blythe responds, scores. Back and forth, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4. Martin saves nothing. He can't move, just stands and guesses. Blythe's shooters put every penalty in the corner. Clinical, professional, 5th round. Ashington's captain Derek Howe limps up. Hamstring still taped. He scores, 5-4. Blythe's final penalty taker steps up, Graham Fenton, the same man who missed an open play. The crowd is silent. Fenton places the ball, looks at Martin. Martin is leaning against the post, his left leg. Completely useless now. He can't dive, can't jump, can barely stand. Fenton runs up. This time he goes right, top corner, away from Martin's bad side. A perfect penalty. Martin doesn't move. He just stands there, watches the ball fly past him, into the net. 5-5. Sudden death. Ashington's 6th penalty. Their young defender, the one who made the mistake that led to Blythe's equalizer, steps up. 19 years old, hands shaking. He strikes it weakly. The keeper saves it easily. Blythe's 6th penalty. Another player, not Fenton. He places the ball, runs up, strikes it. Martin dives right. His body crumples. His knee gives out completely, but the ball hits his chest, bounces away. The stadium erupts again. But Martin doesn't get up this time. He's lying on the ground. Medics surround him. Stretcher brought on. His wife runs onto the pitch. His kids follow. They carry him off. The crowd applauds. Standing ovation. 2,000 people on their feet. But the shootout isn't over. The backup keeper comes on. 17 years old. Terrified. Ashington scores their 7th penalty. Blythe steps up. Their striker. He shoots. The young keeper dives the wrong way. Goal. 6-6. It goes to 8 rounds. 9. 10. Finally, on the 11th round, Ashington scores and Blythe misses. Ashington wins, but Martin isn't there to see it. He's in the back of an ambulance, knee shattered, career over. Later, reporters ask Fenton why he changed his penalty in the shootout, why he went right instead of left. He doesn't answer directly, just says, "You don't kick a man when he's already down." But there's another story, whispered in pubs, told by people who were there. Someone saw Fenton talking to Martin before the shootout, leaning close, saying something. No one knows what. But one thing was clear. Martin Burley saved a penalty in his last game before retirement, not because his body worked, but because he refused to let it stop working. And the goalkeeper who saved a penalty in his last game before retirement was Martin Burley, a man who never played professionally, never earned more than £50 a week, never left Ashington, but in that town, they renamed the stadium after him. And every April 30th, miners and fishermen and shopkeepers gather at Woodhorn Lane, light candles, tell stories about the man who couldn't stand but wouldn't fall.